Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Manor Lords. Last time we left you with a very well developed looking Zvaya and we did a lot. I'm very happy with how it went. Our pasture is growing. We now have 30 units of livestock in there. We've got plenty of food here as well. And the only issues we have is a couple of requirements not being met over here, mainly clothing. Now, what's going to happen though very soon is you're going to start seeing yarn and linen being produced and hopefully delivered to our markets. Now, this marketplace here is pretty full. The storehouse supply capacity is not doing as well as I would like it to be. But you can see here the clothing issue is only affecting those few areas. So if we can get people there, I'm going to increase the overstock to like 10. And basically that allows workers to deliver extra resources if they were supplying more burgage plots than currently exist, which should help us reduce those supply fluctuations due to like lengthy logistics travel times. I'm actually going to boost that all the way up to like 20 just to be sure on it. Like you can see there now that the fuel has gone up to 100%. The clothing is only at 92%. Looking at the supplied burgage plots there, we're not actually doing enough with linen and yarn. If I have a quick look over at the new storehouse that I built when I find it, this one here, you can see that there's plenty there, but nobody is currently working in it. And that is due to the fact that I'm still waiting for people to move in. We do have an unassigned one there, so we will assign them into the storehouse and they will be able to go to our marketplace. We've also got another one there and some more over here. So we can continue assigning to that large storehouse now that people have moved in. And over in the stable, we're still waiting for some more people that I can eventually put in there. But right now, we are looking pretty good. Looking over here, they're both weavers. But they are currently sick as well. Not good. These are ready for upgrading as well. I'm not going to upgrade them yet, simply because I would like to just keep an eye on that mechanic at the moment. Nobody living in these ones yet, but they will eventually come and work in those storehouses. And they're the ones that are going to become tailors, if I remember rightly, because wait, hang on, no, maybe these are the ones that are becoming tailors. I don't know, I can't remember where my tailors are, but that's fine. It's not an issue. We're looking pretty good so far, and people are starting to get jobs, which is good. That's what we want. This storehouse should now start to see this marketplace increase. You can see now the clothing thing is starting to be sorted out as yarn is delivered, and once we get linen and stuff and all of that coming through and we start creating clothes, we will be in a very good position. Looking over here, actually there's only one of two families living in there, so maybe we make our tailors here. I think I'd planned to put them somewhere else. It might well have been here, but the burgage pots there are a little bit larger in size, so maybe we'll just leave that and we'll make these small ones that don't have a backyard extension. Oh, actually, they don't have a backyard extension at all, so they can't help us. But these ones, however, can. Yeah, that's where we'll do it. So we'll have our tailors working here or maybe here. Let's upgrade these to level 2. And we'll upgrade that one to level 2. And we'll upgrade that one to level 2. So these guys, obviously, when we make them tailors and stuff, they're not going to be able to give us much help. Although maybe these are the 3 that I said I was going to make tailors. Sorry, everyone. I'm making some absolutely terrible decisions today. Once these guys get up to a better level, we'll be able to do that. Now, our planks situation. If we have a look at our saw pit, which is over here, you can see that they are producing planks, but we aren't getting any of them moved around very well. And again, that could be due to a supply issue. So what I will probably do here is just build a new storehouse. Do I have one down here already? No. I'm going to build a storehouse over here just to help us out logistically. And then that storehouse, once it is complete, we're not going to allow them to set up a market. They are only going to focus on the distribution of lumber and stuff. That will help. Obviously, we can't have these guys doing it because they are working in apple orchards and stuff, and I don't really want them to be getting involved in any of that work. I mean, I could switch it up and just allow them to do that, but it would depend on how many apples we manage to store and keep. So we are going to head over to Eichenhout today, which has a lot of houses in a lot of bother. They don't have a lot of fuel, even though we've got plenty of firewood and charcoal, and currently the marketplace is desperate for supply. There is no fuel at this moment in time. We do have a forester's hut somewhere over here and a charcoal kiln. So everything should be working as intended, but unfortunately it isn't. So we do need to boost the production there, but we also need to attract more people here. They do have a market. They do have a church. The church is a small stone church. But right now, this little community is struggling. Even though they've got loads of food, they're struggling for fuel. And that's a problem. We really need to make sure that that doesn't become a case. Largely to do with the other stuff that's going on. I don't know why I've got a sheep farm here. I think that was to do with looking at getting the sheep breeding or something, or maybe fencing up to help with the farm here. That, I think, is what I was going for. Currently, our tavern is disabled. We do have ale needed, but because these guys aren't able to upgrade to level 2, I don't want to immediately push them on to level 3. Now, the other thing we could do is use the flax that we are producing here to help us out, even though we are currently trading that all over to Zvayau. It needs a manor. I did earmark a location for the manor, but I don't want to build it yet because I don't actually have the ability to do it, seeing as I'd like to once again build a fairly large manor. So that leaves me with one target for this episode then, and it is to actually claim Waldbrand, which we can do. If we go to our army here, you can see everybody is maxed out. We obviously don't have any Gambesons, but we could technically have a go. So we are going to rally on the outskirts here. Once they arrive, we're going to get to war. Over here, of course, in Eichenhau, the shoal of fish is our biggest thing. The clay is going to help us with our management of resources and gaining some regional wealth. And hopefully what it'll then do is allow us to support Eichenhau. Going over here to Waldbrand, obviously we don't know what is going on there. So once we get there, we will try and claim it. We have plenty to do. We will also maybe today try and push through to Nuslo and Selbitz. But I don't know how our armies are going to fare. We do have enough regional wealth to be able to do it. We've got enough in the treasury to be able to do it. We have enough influence to be able to do it. And if we can push the enemy lord all the way back so that all he's got left is Hofstetten, we can really start building an army and getting ready to take him on. I really want to try and get this series wrapped up. It has been going very well. It's not that I'm disappointed with how it's gone. I just think it's time to have a look at some of the new maps and really have a good go at this. Now, we are going to be in the snow, which is not ideal. I'm just going to wait for my army to have a bit of a rest before pushing in. In fact, we will push in. We're going to push in right to here. Then we're going to let them rest. And then we will lay down the gauntlet here in Waldbrand. We just need to wait. We'll let them recover because they are a little bit tired by the looks of things. And cohesion, fatigue, it's dropping. So that's good. Let's go to our map, Waldbrand, and we will claim it with influence. Yes, we're pressing a claim towards that region. So we will just see where the enemy lord comes from. There we go. The battle for Waldbrand begins. Enemy units have been spotted. There he is. He's coming through Eichenhau. And the battle area is right in the middle there. So we are actually going to try and use the fishing spot as a kind of staging point. So we're going to be able to get our archers to kind of come around here. The archer militia, and we've got some crossbow militia. Now our crossbow militia are going to set up right on the bank there. Our archers should be able to set up just behind them. Like that. Where is he right now? He's on his way through, but he's just kind of hiding out in the forest there. My retinue is going to just hide in this little forest, maybe. Kind of coming off this way. The militia footmen are going to head over to here. And then the spear militia are going to form a guard right at the front. Our footmen will go behind, as well as our pole-arm militia. They will just stick in behind, facing out this way, I guess. Swordsmen will face out this way. Crossbow militia are going to go a little bit further on, and they're going to spread out quite a bit, actually, like that. And then our bowmen are going to come to here, and they are going to shoot at will. My retinue are going to move a little bit further forward. Where is he? He's making his way through. He doesn't seem to be doing anything to my villagers, which I wasn't expecting him to do. But right now, we are in the battle area, and we are just going to wait for him. So my units will definitely be ready for him when he finally comes through. There they are. He has his own retinue and a few others, and they are kind of making their way towards us. They've got one unit of archers, which my retinue are definitely going to charge straight into. I can move them further along. They've finally made it to the battle area. And here they come. So, my crossbow militia, they are also going to... They can't shoot at will. They just shoot whenever they feel like it. So, I'm going to have these guys stand their ground. Should we have missile alert? We put them on missile alert, and we put these guys on missile alert. Then these guys are going to go on push forward. And these guys are going to go on push forward. This lot are going to get ready. Now, their archers don't seem to be doing anything yet. And it looks like they're going for my retinue. So, my retinue are going to push forward. These guys are going to switch to a stand your ground stance. Then these guys are going to push in. Then we're going to have our mercenaries go for it. And then these guys are going to push forward as well. Push straight into the side there. We're going to have our archers focus their fire over there. And our crossbowmen are going to turn and take on the brigands that are just making some headway towards us. And then our polearm are going to quickly need them to retreat and go into this lot, because these guys need to get out of the way of the brigands. But our spear militia seem to be ignoring us right now. We have broken them. Our crossbowmen don't seem to want to do anything. Our archers are somehow managing to fight this lot off. We're going to have them all push forward, charging them. My current retinue is struggling against the enemy lord's retinue, but we should now be able to charge into those light infantry. The archers here are not doing a great job against us. Then we're going to be able to just have everybody stack up again and charge those archers. And again, we've broken that retinue, so we're going to charge into these archers here, and they're not going to know what's hit them, really. They're spreading out themselves. My spearmen are charging forward, as well as my polearm militia. They are running. They are running like mad. It's still going for it, but right now we're going to end up chasing them all the way down, really, aren't we? Let's retreat. We'll just retreat right back. See if they start coming back to us. There's 31 of them. They are taking pot shots at us, so I'm going to actually move my crossbow militia and have them form a bit of an honor guard here. Then my archer militia are going to come into the trees. We'll just wait for them to push forward again. I'm going to have my polearm militia just hide in the trees here. They're going to be the ones that do the damage. These guys are just going to form up here. And then the archers that I've got here are going to attack there. My polearm militia are going to start moving around. And again, archers to fire. Polearm militia will continue going around here, getting ready to flank. And then these guys are going to start charging forward again. And away they go. They surely don't have anywhere to go now, and we are charging in at them from a few angles. They're running off in one direction again, the one direction that they can escape to. But I can't see them getting far. They're running off into the trees. Let's just speed this up. Let's make it a quick death for them. There we go. They are broken, and we claim a victory. Battle for Waldbrand is over. Peace has been declared, and my units can return home. We'll bring them all back in, get them to their home area of Zvayau. It does have units on the map again, but they don't seem to be doing anything. I would think they're going to come for us. I hope they're not anyway. Looks like they're just moving through. Yeah, they're just passing through. Ooh, thank God for that. That had me panicked there. I thought they were coming for some sort of counter-attack, which I had specifically turned off. So that was a little bit of a worry. Anyway, after a long battle, Waldbrand now belongs to us. And we can actually set up a camp there to get things started. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get our settlers camp. Now, Waldbrand is a little bit of a funny area because of the map size and where it all happens. So we're actually going to set up a sort of small settlers camp up here. You can see there's a nice little space there. So we're going to put our camp in the forest here. We want a plentiful camp, and we're going to confirm that. Once that goes in, we can get set up. Waldbrand has now been settled, and we are ready to start building stuff there. Now, we're going to have to do quite a quick focus here because we've got homeless people with exposed goods who don't have anywhere to live. They do have a little bit of timber and stuff, but we need to really get things done very quickly. And it might be that we have to do things a little bit differently here. The fish is going to be massive, as well as the clay deposit. So the first thing we need to do is just start building all of our usual stuff. A lumber camp needs to be the first thing that we put in place. And obviously this might all change. So we are just going to make sure that we build things a little bit further afield. We're then going to put in a woodcutting camp over here, like that. Then I want to put in a saw pit, but we can leave that for now. Actually, we want to add in a storehouse. I'm going to put the storehouse over here around the side of the forester's hut, like that. Then our granary is going to go quite close to the fishing area here, like there. And then over here we're going to go back into our gathering, and we're going to put our fisherman's hut there. Let's build a road first, actually, just so I know where it's going to go. So we'll build a road here that goes out of town towards the lumber camp, like that. We will then move the hitching post, and we'll put it on the corner here. Then we will build our fishing hut, and we'll build that right there. Then we'll have our road going up out of town to this storehouse here. I'm not sure where I've put the exit for the... We'll just go to here. And then we need to run this down, following the curvature of the road. And it will just link up there. Excellent. Right. I'm going to demolish that woodcutter's lodge and just rebuild it, just so that I know what I'm doing here. That's better. So the woodcutter's lodge can just snap to that. There we go. Excellent. Right, so we have our wood. We've got our firewood. We have a couple of stuff up here that we can go to. We can go get some wild animals there. So that's where we'll put a hunting camp. That'll go just kind of on the edge of town there. There. Then we will build a road that comes down from the hunting camp and links up right here. Then what I'm going to do is, for my opening burgage plots, we have some space here, but I'm going to just make a road that goes along here to there. We're going to portion off here, and then we're going to build some burgage plots. So we're going to do one that goes along here. And again, that's going to be a smallish farmstead. We don't think it can fit a second house in, which is slightly frustrating. I want to see if there's a way I can get a second house in there. Let's just change the size of it a bit. Again, that's not going to do it. Right, we will remove the road and we'll try again with that. And then I'll remove that road. And then we'll put another road in that goes along here. And again, cutting through with a little bit of a sticky out bit there. And then we'll try again with a burgage plot. I think this might be the one that does it. So again, that can come out to here. And yes, we get 2 houses in there. That can have some gardens in it. And then over here, we're going to do one that goes up to here and just comes around on a decent angle there. So we'll drop that down. This one doesn't get anything going on in it, so we can make them fishermen or something. We don't need to worry about a lack of a backdoor area or a garden space and stuff. This one is pretty sizable, actually. So let's just see if we can adjust this and make it a little bit better. So if I go up to here and then come out to here, again, it does the same thing. What if we just go along here and then have it come up? That's better. Then we'll reduce it in size or increase it. We got one there. And then a smallish one there. So we now have space for 2, 4, 5 houses, which gets everybody in and living somewhere. And I think we'll call it there. You can see we've now captured Waldbrand. They are quite happy there. Over in Eichenau, over in Zweihau, you can see our generic storages are full and our marketplace currently has plenty of variety in terms of clothing. We have upgraded. Hopefully we can upgrade these burgage plots. Yes, we're going to upgrade the 3 of them. That one just needs some more planks from the saw pit. This storehouse now has spears in it for some reason. We're going to actually cancel and reject those goods. And we are just going to make sure that they only have things like wood products. So we'll go with planks. That will do. We will just have planks in there. And we will put 1 person to work in that storehouse. And they should just go and collect planks all of the time. And they'll still be able to tend to the apple trees and stuff, so that's fine. The food variety is fantastic here. We've got loads of meat, vegetables, apples, and we get that residual income from a few eggs, so that's looking really good. And the lack of clothing and stuff has kind of gone now that we have a very dedicated team of people providing linen and yarn. Once we get the people working in these burgage plots as tailors, we'll be able to start producing cloaks and stuff. We still have another ruler's army just dossing around the map, being a little bit frustrating. And I think once we get gambesons being produced quite heavily, we will be able to swipe this map completely. We are running out of time. I have really enjoyed this episode. We're going to take a little look at our area now, our whole army. There we have it. Our whole army, our whole town. We've got 2 fairly sizable towns now in Zweihau and Eichenau, with Goldhof small, Waldbrand just starting to establish itself, but it's all looking really good. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Manor Lords, and I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching.